Imagine a metal so strong it could survive the searing heat of a jet engine. So light it could be used for a professional cyclist's frame, and so inert it could be implanted directly into your bone. This isn't science fiction. We're talking about an element so mysterious and powerful that it was named after the ancient gods of raw power and unstoppable force, the Titans. From the operating room to the battlefield, this remarkable material is everywhere, yet we know so little about it. The object of our fascination today is a metal that defied scientists for over a century, a metal that became a secret weapon during the Cold War, and a metal whose story is more about human persistence than pure discovery. This is the captivating and slightly insane history of titanium, a story that reveals the hidden dramas behind the most common of materials. We're going behind the scenes of titanium to uncover its incredible journey from a mysterious mineral to one of the most versatile and valuable metals on Earth. Our story begins not in a high-tech lab, but in a quiet, idyllic stream in Cornwall, England in 1791. A country parson and amateur geologist named William Gregor was sifting through the black sands of the Menachon Valley. He was searching for something interesting, as amateur scientists often do. What he found was a strange, unknown black mineral. After a series of experiments, he discovered it contained a mysterious, reddish-brown calyx, a type of earth or powder that he couldn't identify. He had found a new element, but he didn't know how to isolate the pure metal itself. He called it menaconite, a name that would, thankfully, not stick. The world would have to wait. Across the English Channel, just 4 years later, a brilliant German chemist named Martin Heinrich Klaproth was independently studying a mineral called rutile. Like Gregor, he too isolated a strange new oxide. Unlike Gregor, Klaproth had the scientific reputation and the confidence to declare his find a new element. But he needed a name for this new addition to the periodic table. Struck by its incredible strength and its mysterious, almost elemental nature, Klaproth reached into Greek mythology for inspiration. He named it after the Titans, the powerful primordial deities who ruled the earth before the Olympians. And with that, the titanium origin was established. But here's where the plot thickens. Naming the element was the easy part. Actually getting a usable piece of it proved to be a nearly impossible task. For a full century, the metal that would one day build fighter jets and spacecraft remained a total mystery. It was a ghost element, known to exist in theory, but utterly untouchable in reality. This was a puzzle that would stump the greatest minds of the scientific world. The titanium invention wasn't just a single eureka moment, it was a grueling, century-long battle. The problem was its incredible reactivity. Titanium loves to bond with oxygen. It's a very clingy element. This makes it impossible to isolate using traditional methods like smelting. Just try to heat up titanium ore with carbon, and you'll get titanium carbide, a useless and brittle compound, not the pure, lustrous metal you want. In 1910, an American chemist named Matthew A. Hunter finally achieved what many had deemed impossible. He heated titanium tetrachloride with sodium in a sealed vessel, a ridiculously complex and dangerous process. The result? A tiny pea-sized bead of 99.29% pure metallic titanium. He had done it. But the process was so slow, so expensive, and so incredibly difficult that it was a scientific curiosity, nothing more. A single gram cost what would be tens of thousands of dollars today. This wasn't an invention that changed the world yet. It was just a proof of concept. The titanium we know today truly owes its existence to a Luxembourgian metallurgist named William Justin Kroll. In the late 1930s, Kroll developed a new process that used magnesium instead of sodium to reduce titanium tetrachloride. This was a game changer. His method was still complex, but it was far more scalable and slightly less insane than the Hunter process. It was the crucial first step, and just in time, too, because the world was about to plunge into an era that would demand this impossible metal more than ever before. The stage was set for titanium to go from a scientific curiosity to a national obsession. After World War II, a new kind of conflict emerged, the Cold War. It was an arms race, and the new battleground was the sky. Both the United States and the Soviet Union needed to build faster, higher flying, and more durable aircraft. The aluminum alloys used at the time were good, but they couldn't handle the extreme heat generated by flying at supersonic speeds for extended periods. This is where the history of titanium takes a dramatic turn. The Kroll process, refined and commercialized by the US government, finally made titanium production viable on an industrial scale. The raw output of this process wasn't a sleek ingot, but a bizarre porous mass that looked like a sponge. And that's exactly what it was called, titanium sponge. The US government subsidized its production heavily, and the metal became a top-secret strategic material. It was a secret weapon. The Soviet Union even built a huge submarine fleet out of titanium, using it to create silent, fast vessels that the US Navy's sonar struggled to detect. This was behind the scenes of titanium at its most intense. This was the moment titanium truly became an invention that changed the world, at least for military engineers. The most famous example of this is the legendary Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird. This supersonic spy plane was so fast that its outer skin would heat to over 800 degrees Fahrenheit, far too hot for aluminum. The solution? Build 93% of the aircraft's structure out of titanium alloy. The Blackbird was a flying tribute to the material's strength, lightness, and heat resistance. Titanium had gone from a scientific curiosity to the very material of victory. With the end of the Cold War, the intense military demand for titanium slowed. Companies that had invested billions in the production of this metal of the gods needed new markets. And it's where the metal finally enters our lives. The same properties that made it perfect for fighter jets, its strength, lightness, and resistance to corrosion, made it ideal for entirely different purposes. For one, titanium is biocompatible. This means the human body doesn't see it as a foreign invader. Our bones can actually grow and bond with it. This led to its widespread use in medical implants, from dental implants to artificial joints. If you have a friend with a hip replacement, there's a good chance it's made of titanium. Beyond medicine, its lightness and strength made it the dream material for high-performance sports equipment. Golf club heads, bicycle frames, and tennis rackets made of titanium are lighter and stronger, giving athletes an edge. Its corrosion resistance and lustrous sheen made it perfect for luxury goods, too, from designer glasses to high-end watches and jewelry. This is the history of everyday objects unfolding right before our eyes. The elusive, expensive, and secretive metal of the Cold War had finally found its place in our daily lives. So, the next time you see a commercial jetliner, a pair of sleek glasses, or even a wedding ring, remember the incredible journey of titanium. From a mysterious black sand in a quiet English stream to the classified labs of the Cold War, and finally, to the operating rooms and sports fields of today. This is the story of a metal so powerful, it was named after a god, a material that took a century to master, and a substance that went from being a military secret to a part of our bodies. We've gone from the titanium origin all the way to its modern use, and it's a testament to how the most incredible inventions that changed the world often have the strangest and most compelling stories. If you found this journey as fascinating as we did, smash like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next documentary or deep dive. Let us know in the comments what everyday object you want us to investigate next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the past.